Hey guys, Desolate Magic here with your news update for all the little stories coming out of Magic this week and I guess this year so far. First up, huge news, we've got the MTG Arena account tweeting, and I quote, "We know people are eager for new alchemy balance changes." Let me just stop right there. My gosh, it's already dead. You didn't need to back the bus over it a second time. They're like actually crapping on the format. They're like, we know people hate alchemy and they want it changed immediately. And it's a bunch of broken, overpowered, pushed crap when people actually wanted more balanced, lower powered standard. I mean, they took multiple polls. This was the clear result. So if you think they're going to tweak a couple more cards, you're wrong. Okay? They go on to say, although to give players time to prepare, we'll be waiting until the next Arena Open and qualifier weekend before sharing any new changes. I thought that because of the decathlon, the next one was in like February or something, but I don't know. That is a long time to wait, but maybe like last month's one is now. I could look it up, but I think you guys know how much I care about the pro scene. So they do say more details will be provided on January 12th with our upcoming weekly blog. So I don't think the changes will be going live then. They might be, once again, so cryptic. I don't know how or why the top reply to this tweet is, "I dig alchemy. What's wrong with it?" That's gotta be ironic. He's gotta be like, look at me trolling these people, ha ha ha. Somebody replied to that one with, "Mostly everything about it." Next person, "Actually, everything." To which this absolute man-child with a douchey profile image replies, "So none, you're just another one of the whiny babies." Classic net decking douche attitude where he doesn't care, he doesn't build anything, he just copies someone else's work, runs an overpowered deck, and just wants to run people over on turn 4 so that he can feel like he accomplished something that day. You guys know the attitude, it's a lifestyle, it's a mindset. Classic net decking, clueless, out of touch shill. Another direct reply, "F it, we hate alchemy, just give us plain old MTG." So another person says the obvious. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but this is clearly what they're going to do with the exact wording and phrasing they used here. I'll reread it in a second to outline this, but they say, "Can you not mess with historic by rebalancing alchemy?" So in other words, they want, when you rebalance something because of standard, they don't want it to affect historic, and nobody's saying this, but when you rebalance a card because of historic, can you have it not affect standard / alchemy? Why they thought those two would be appropriate to link together is beyond me, because I'd say, well, because historic and standard are so close together. 1,000 cards later, it isn't, which I think it's over 1,000 cards different now with the anthologies, both of the jump starts in there, one of which was, I think, over 800 cards. Then we've got, wasn't there like another digital only thing? Oh no, that was Jumpstart Horizons. Mystic Archives, I knew they throw that in there. I think I'm missing at least one or two. So yeah, there's like a 2,000 card difference now. So no, they really aren't that similar, and the deck archetypes aren't that similar. So why you gotta police them both exactly the same is beyond me. I guess, like I said initially when they announced this, maybe they don't want to fragment it. Yeah, because Standard and Paper and Arena and MTGO aren't completely fragmented to hell, yeah. Another person with a monstrous amount of likes on their reply requested compensation, because if they ban a card, you get a wild card back. Everybody acts like that ever was proper compensation. What about the rest of the deck? But yeah, when they rebalance something, oh, I want wild cards, I want compensation. Everybody's saying that. So obviously they're going to make standard and historic separately alchemized, and they're going to give compensation for when they change a card or something. I don't know. I think they're going to make those two changes because they already know it's dead on arrival. They might as well not piss off the couple people that actually play this crap. I'm just going to keep reading these. These will get more entertaining as I go. Another reply, "Eager? That's an interesting way of saying nobody actually cares." Oh yeah, I was supposed to reread the tweet. So with what I just said about what I think they're going to change, let me reread this and see if it clicks for you. "We know people are eager for the new alchemy balance changes. Not card rebalances, but alchemy balance changes, as in a change to how they balance cards with alchemy." Because remember, they kind of heavily implied that they're only going to make card tweaks approximately 2 weeks after a set comes out in standard. And then I assume, like, okay, intermittently between in case there's an emergency, but that's when they're going to at least start doing it. Now, why would they be waiting until after the next Arena Open and Qualifier weekend when nobody in their right mind is playing ranked alchemy, if that even is the thing, I didn't touch it, to qualify for the qualifier, when I'm pretty sure the format of the qualifier isn't Alchemy, and neither is the Arena Open. But then again, that sounds like something they would do. It probably is the Arena Open's format. So they're waiting until 2 tournaments that in all likelihood have nothing to do with Alchemy for them to make a change in Alchemy. Wait a minute. What if one or both of those has something to do with Historic, or, well, bare minimum, people are qualifying for the qualifier weekend by playing Ranked Historic, and they're going to disconnect Historic from Alchemy completely. So they don't want to, rug pull people before that. That has to be what that is. Well, I'd say there's no sense speculating. We've got to wait 5 days, so why not? But yeah, we'll find out on the 12th, they're saying. So, I'm going to cover it. Hit subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Next up in the series of Who's Stabbing Wizards in the Back Now, we've got Brian Gottlieb, who finally gets it. He's a writer and live event coverage broadcaster guy, and apparently does some kind of podcast called Arena Decklist. All right. But other than that, most of the work he does is obviously for Star City Games. So they broke off from Wizards, but they're still like the only ones, because Channel Fireball isn't even like doing it at all off the record anymore, really, holding professional competitive tournaments. Now, I wouldn't go to one of their events with their wonderful, discriminatory, racist, sexist piece of garbage, allegedly, judges. And, first up, let's just open with something he said a little more recently. And you know it. It was a quote tweet of MTG Arena's tweet about the change in Alchemy. He said, "Nothing builds hype and buy-in like, we'll change the cards after the first big event and offer no refund when we do." Savage. But that's not what I wanted to cover. So he tweeted a screenshot of an article that he wrote, and then I gotta read the hilarious tweet. He wrote, "I expect more people to view my Twitter posts than see my articles," which, damn. So I'm bringing this here. I can't stop thinking about these parallels, and it sure feels like we're watching an ecosystem crumble before our eyes. Yes. I guess only time will tell. So I'm not actually going to read the intro because he's so far off, I wouldn't want somebody to think that what he's saying is true. It's just incorrect statements about the economy and unemployment rates and yeah. So then he goes on to say, similarly, Magic reported yet another year of truly astounding growth. More cards, more sales, more players. Every conceivable metric came back aces. But then there's the anecdotal experience. If you're reading this article, I expect your level of entrenchment and investment in Magic resembles my own. I also expect you, or many people you know, have expressed growing frustration with the state of the game. Many of your longtime associates have finally called it quits. The aspirational scene, aka the pro scene, is an absolute shambles, with no signs of any return to glory around the corner. The MPL is in its final death throes. That's the Magic Pro League, by the way. Many of the players who participated in the system are bowing out of the game, looking for their next career move. Individual products seem increasingly focused on maximizing profit rather than maximizing magic. Is it really hard for Magic to make more money than ever when there are $30 booster packs? Personally, let me just tack on to the end of that. And whales. Wizards went full-blown whale hunting, and they're obsessed with hunting the white whale of millionaire idiots who are dumb with their money, that they forgot all about the entire community that's propping up the game, who has now, as a whole, just completely left. Arena's down 75% plus the people. I don't know how they're lying and telling people that they're like it's record year for number of active users or something, or Arena had anything that resembles growth. I mean, I guess sales? Certainly not active accounts. I mean, total number of registered accounts. Yeah, now that I think about it, there's actually tons of ways you can lie about it. But in the last 5 years, Magic income has doubled. Just found that out. That was reported really recently by a third party. So what he's saying, what one of the major announcers and writers for Star City Games is saying, is that Wizards is sitting there saying in 2020, oh, we had a record year. We had a record year. Look at our record income. We're doing better than ever. Wow. And it's in spite of COVID. We're so great. We're so awesome. And Brian's like, look around. Anecdotally, literally everyone has seen their friends quit Magic, quit competitive Magic, quit FNM, quit Arena, quit MTGO. You are lucky if you still play Commander or Casual with anyone. Every time I post something about Arena, about, 1 in 5 comments is, I don't play this crap anymore, I quit. I still like staying up on the news, maybe they improve something, I want to know what's going on in the Magic world, but I don't actively play Arena. And it goes to like 50% of people saying that when I ask about it specifically, instead of just reference it in passing. So if you thought, oh, well, even your comment section is a scientific sample size, I don't know where I saved that graph or I'd show it up on screen again, but the active user count on Arena is down the toilet. Everybody is left. They're gone. Arena's quality has been going down the toilet. Every time they patch something, it's garbage. People are fed up with it. People are fed up with Standard, which is like more than half of Arena at this point. The drafts are glitchy and rigged and predictable. They still haven't fixed it, and the matchmaking is rigged. And they just admitted that the matchmaking, at least in Commander, or aka Brawl, whatever, is rigged. Can't wait for them to admit it's rigged everywhere else. The opening hand system is rigged. The shuffler's garbage. And people are just like, I'm not having fun. I'm done. I mean, look at all the other fun games that came out in 2021. Yeah, I know none. There was literally zero, but I mean, I just picked up Pillars of Eternity Deadfire on sale on Steam for like, I don't know, $15. 9.5 out of 10. Easiest rating I've ever given a game. There's tiny little imperfections. Otherwise, I didn't think anybody could ever beat Neverwinter Nights. They did. This even crushes DDO. I've never seen a game this good that's like a tabletop simulation, but what they moved away from D&D, everything they changed was in a positive direction. They took D&D and fixed it, which that's another slap in the face to Wizards of the Coast. But yeah, I could play that game for 5 hours and it wouldn't even feel repetitive or boring. It's fun the whole time. It's an amazing game. Almost got a 10 out of 10. Why the hell would I log on to the absolute insufferable pile of garbage that is Arena, even just to get the dailies at this point when I could be playing Pillars of Eternity? And Wizards doesn't have an answer. Their answer is, shitty abusive crap tournament. Which, by the way, I thought I had one more day than I did to finish, like, attempting to win the tournament. And obviously, I slept way in after not getting any sleep on, like, New Year's and having to, get back super late. And then I was traveling. So it's like I had one day, and then it turns out, oh, no, it ended on, like, the first instead of the second or third or whenever the hell I logged in. So never even qualified for the decathlon. Boy, I burned at least 1,000 gems and probably 20,000 coins on that and got nothing out of it. Absolutely nothing. Great. Thanks, Wizards. Thanks for scheduling your stupidest event during the most chaotic double holiday travel-a-thon weekend that you possibly could have. Or, well, month end, not even weekend. So this Brian guy, I mean, he's finally getting it. I'm not saying, oh, wow, what a wise member of the community. I read some of his tweets. He's just your typical, I'm angry at everything. I'm a lefty. I hate my job. I hate my life. I mean, don't take my word for it. Okay, here's a tweet. Whining that people are taking something he posted and putting it on Reddit. Not even specifying a reason. Another tweet. Watching all my law school classmates announce their promotion to partner on LinkedIn, and I'm over here like I sure hope the Wizard Squares have a tournament so I can continue to make money. Why wouldn't somebody hire someone with such a wonderful, snarky, I hate everything attitude? There's another one. You, an idiot, tweets a factor opinion. Me, brilliant, yells an additional and obvious factor opinion at you that you obviously must not know because it was not included in your original 280 character post. Yeah, isn't Twitter awful? Everyone on there is just so awful, but you're not. You're not part of the problem, clearly. You're not a toxic piece of shit rooting society and rooting Twitter. No. And then, like I said earlier, whining about how he writes for Star City Games and none of his articles get any views. Well, somebody's happy with their career and their life and their probably college student debts. Yeah, that's the kind of person he is. So if you think I'm fangirling over him, hell no. The guy's a douche. Everyone at Star City Games is a douchebag. But even someone like that gets it. Someone who's like, I better not say anything bad about Wizards because I cover their tournaments and they might, lash out at me or blacklist me. I mean, that had to have gone through his head, but no, he's had enough. He's like, they are lying about the 2021 numbers because we can all look around and see, oh yeah, $30 packs selling crap to whales and a bunch of manipulative crap. Back in reality, your game's dying. If even somebody like that can get it, get what I've been saying for months. The numbers in 2021 were bullshit. The numbers in 2020 were bullshit. And they don't even release the numbers. They just keep saying record. We had a record. We did good. We made more money than ever. Most successful year ever. Well, gee, Wizards, how are you measuring that? Because you're measuring that in a way that sounds great to the stockholders when all of us know the game is doing terrible. Worse than it's ever done, except maybe right before the last Kamigawa, ironically. That almost killed it, straight up. But if you think that this beats any kind of 24 hype and numbers and growth, when it's all just fake and all, yeah, you probably got the income. You probably made more money. But what did you have to do it? How many people did you piss off? And what did you not prioritize to make them all go away? So totally unrelated, but Whoopi Goldberg just tested positive for COVID and is freaking out online and saying, but I did everything they told me to. I'm not even paraphrasing. That is a direct quote. Triple vaxxed, avoided everyone, never leaves her house, just caught COVID. Happy about towing the government line there, Whoopi? Did you guys hear about the political analyst that was hardcore lefty, lifetime Democrat, and just flipped out and went off on Biden and just said, I can't support this. Everything's a lie. Look, the economy's in shambles. These mandates are crap. My kids aren't out of school. Their mental health is going down the toilet. Why did I vote for this? If I could go back, I would undo it. Oh, people are waking up everywhere, it seems. And they're all on the same side of things. They're all lefty liberals, huh? 2022, when society finally gets a clue. Speaking of getting a clue, Wizards isn't, because at the next pre-release, the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty one, they're doing an augmented reality thing where you can, not like, something cool like even Pokemon Go or like, which even they just kind of licensed a third-party AR overlay system from what I saw. Or even like, I made that video a long time ago on my channel about like the 3D puzzle where I got it at the dollar store for $1 and you could download an app, and once you assemble the puzzle, it would recognize the puzzle's artwork and overlay a 3D model on it in real time at like 15 FPS on my old garbage phone at the time. Holy crap. Like, who has the technology for that and sells it for $1? That was insane. They had little animated animals running around on it, like in full 3D. You move the camera, it moved with you and changed the angle. Holy crap. AR, augmented reality, and VR has gone nuts. The technology's out there. So what is dumb boomers of the coast doing? QR codes. Flat ass QR codes. They're going to be up around the local gaming store if they even bother to put them up, and you can run around scanning them and it'll pull up some kind of web page or something that tells you about Kamigawa and the lore or something. I don't know. Who cares? I read it like 2 weeks ago and didn't give enough of a shit to make a video about it. Freaking QR codes. Really? Like, I put them up as a meme once in a while in my videos. You could have just licensed some basic 3D overlay crap, okay? If people making a puzzle for $1 can license it, I'm pretty sure you could do it too. The app already runs flawlessly. All you had to do is throw up a basic ass 3D design that looks like some N64 shit, and you're good. And that would have like not really blown people's mind, but it would have been kind of like, oh, okay. There's some stuff where even it's been out for a while, but whether people have seen it before or not, they're still like, okay, this is actually a little bit interesting and like impressive, I guess. But no, with the army of artists and 3D modelers and all the arena staff that they have and all that, they're not going to do that. No, they're going to do QR codes. Now, they didn't distinctly say we're not doing augmented reality overlays, but they did like try to hype up a bunch of old school, just dumb bullshit. So I don't think we're going to see floating, the Watcher 3D models dancing across the table while you're trying to play. Unless it is what it is, but then why the hell are they using QR codes? But maybe the QR codes lead to the app, but then that's not really how that works. And they said there will be multiple QR codes up around your LGS. So to me, that's all there is to it. It'll just bring you to a web page or something. And yeah, no AR camera at all. So weak, super cringe, gimmicky, out of touch, old school, extremely outdated. What the hell were they thinking? It's so funny how they got the longtime dumbass 50-year-olds working there, and then they got the fresh out of college SJW morons with their feminist dance degrees who kind of know how to use Adobe stuff on a Mac, who come in and they're like, this would be super cool, and then it's some dumb cringe Gen Z shit, and then the 50-year-olds are like, hey, augmented reality is a buzzword. Let's do QR codes. Those are future, right? No, QR codes died like 10 years ago. F*** off. They should really hire someone with a brain there, but remember, they're basically in Seattle, so there is nobody. And with their corporate reputation, I'm surprised they can even get a janitor there. They don't pay anybody what they should. The working environment is toxic. They've got a hell of a reputation, okay? I know what their Glassdoor review average is. I can't imagine what it would be on Indeed.com, which is like the biggest job site index in the US. I bet it's like a 2 out of 5. That's just a red flag screaming don't work here. And on top of all this, woke pro-diversity totally doesn't just hate men and white people and straight people company, refuses to hire black people. Don't that just top it all off? And that's why you get some committee of people who have no business working together at all and have nothing in common and don't know what they're talking about, come up with QR codes that are basically digital museum plaques or the little thing that tells you what type of ducks are in your park. Wow, can't wait to see this. I might go to the pre-release just to experience this and then report on it. But yikes, that's going to be a yikes for me, guys. So that's all the smaller stories and my opinions about them. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.